Okay, so I didn't do a formal unboxing of my last It's Pretty Personal order. I ordered 4 of these Jeep duck molds. As you know, we have a Jeep, and I've been wanting to get my Jeep duck game put together, so I got these keychain molds that have the duck and the Jeep grill, and I have these little duckies. These are the ones I use on my toppers. I ordered a ton more. Yep, Tassels. This is a 250 pack, and I ordered another package of, this is from Amazon, not It's Pretty Personal, by the way. My preferred style of keychain. I like the ones with the loop and the hook. I just like them better. And I ordered more of my preferred size of screw eye because I was getting low on them. So, for my basic assembly, it's going to be the keychain with the hook, a tassel with a split ring attached, split ring or jump ring. I get them backwards in my head. The ones that are like little keychains are what I prefer though. And then the duckies, I drilled a hole in their heads and put an eye in it and another little loop. And then when these are done, they'll go on there as well. For the duckies, I have this really, really dirt cheap, I think it was on sale last week actually for like $6 at Harbor Freight, this Drill Master rotary tool. The only thing I use this one for anymore is drilling my tiny holes. So I just leave the smallest size drill bit in it. Drill a pilot hole in the duck's head. Do it deep enough that the entire eye hook is going to fit. Otherwise, you'll start twisting and you'll end up breaking it off when you get to a hard point. So definitely pilot holes in there. Be careful you don't get your fingers. So that's it for components, I believe. And I will come back once these are set up and show you a finished one and all that happy stuff. The only glitters I bought with this order were from the Basics collection. I got Olive View, Pure Red, and Jack-o'-lantern. So I'm going to use those. And I also bought these shapes. I assure you they are little Jeeps. But it is Beep Beep Jeep and little tiny Jeeps in assorted colors. So I thought they'd be fun in some of these as well. Now, you can just pour these as is. I like to put a little ring around that section where the keychain is going to go through. You can pour first, you can put them on first, you can pour half, then add it. I find I tend to forget them if I don't do them soon enough. I have a million of these rings, so I just take whatever size fits any given mold. So you'll have to see what size your mold is to do that. I have about 20 mLs separated out into 4 different cups because I'm thinking that's about what it's going to take to fill these. So again, these are brand new. I have not opened them yet. That red is gorgeous. So I'm going to get them opened. Grab a couple stir sticks. And I'm just going to get them poured, and then I'll let them sit overnight to harden up. So it's not going to take a ton of glitter because these are fines. So I'm just going to start with that and mix it. I'm just using these because they're new colors and I want to see them in action. So get that fully incorporated. That is beautiful. And just pour it in. This is designed so that the Jeep grill is hollow. So So try not to overfill it. Let it kind of run. If you're working with a chunky glitter, it's going to be a little harder to let it run on its own, but I'm hoping that this will kind of push and fill in on its own. So I'm just going to set that down a minute and move on to the next one. And I'll go back in and pour a little bit more until it's topped off. This is that jack-o'-lantern. This is also a really cool color. It's a gorgeous, like, holographic-y looking orange. And you can see where it's creeping in and closing up, so perfect. So same thing, I'm going to do a little bit of a slow pour. And just set that one to the side. And I definitely mixed up extra, so I'll probably pour that into a letter keychain or something, other mold, just to not waste it. So probably these are going to take about 10 mLs in reality. I didn't measure them, I just guessed. I should have actually asked in the Facebook group, but I didn't bother. I just kind of forgot. And just wanted to get them started, so not a big deal to have a little extra to work with. If you're somebody that does like tags for dogs and stuff out of molds, definitely, if you don't already, look into doing, hopefully that'll smooth around there and won't dip in. Definitely look into that trick with the little loops. I'm going to pour a little bit of this clear, just as is, before I add these little jeeps. And I don't really want too many of them, because I don't want them like sitting way all over on top of each other. I probably could have just sprinkled them right on top there and it would have worked just as well. And I don't really anticipate any of these squeezing down in around the grill. So I'm going to kind of try and spread them out a little bit. kind of scoop the rest of the confetti glitter back in. Just because I don't want to waste them. One more. So, I'm going to go back in and get down here and kind of top these off if they require it. I'm going to have to get down at their level and move my board that they're sitting on, so I'm going to finish that up off screen in a minute and find some other mold, but I'm just going to fill around until it is full, each one. I love this orange, and I'm not usually a fan of orange. This green and this red are fantastic together for Christmas colors too. So I will come back when these are ready to demold tomorrow. I'll get some more duckies ready and we will finish the assembly on the 4 of these. For my backs, for the bubbles that are going to rise, I'm just going to spritz them with a mini mister. This one's probably going to get more bubbles. These are super thin molds. I don't even want to think about putting any kind of heat to them. Not even the long neck lighter that some people use. None of that. I'm just going to stick to the alcohol. So I will be back when they're ready for final assembly. Okay, so let's get these duckies finished up. I've already finished 3. And I'm going to do the last one, finish it together. So I'm going to unmold it carefully. Perfect. Isn't that just adorable? So I'm going to take my split ring. These are larger ones. I'm going to have to go through my Amazon list and find the size because I can't remember. But I want to say they're like 12 millimeters. They're about 1.5 centimeters ish, maybe slightly smaller. So, but I use my split ring pliers to open it up and get it on there. And you can see where that ring is in there. Like I said, that's just going to reinforce it. If you pour them part way and then put them on, they'll be less noticeable, but I don't really worry about it. It's just the way I prefer to have it. So, and I'm going to get that part on the keyring part. And it'll be complete. There's my little duck Jeep. So I'm gonna get these re-poured and get another set going. I prepped 12 duckies total already, so I have 4 more sets ready to go fairly quickly here. But that is how that one with the little Jeeps in it came out. My hand, I was just in hot water, so I'm steaming it up a little bit. But you can see how cute they looked. There's a couple bubbles, but not terrible actually. And for that one, I just picked a random color. When you do ones like this, it's kind of a great way to use up some of those colors that you don't use as much of. Because these big bags always come with a bunch of colors that you don't necessarily use a lot. So, there's that one. Here's the red one. And then that jack-o'-lantern orange. So, Duck Jeep keychains ready to go. Any questions, let me know. And I'm going to bring you down just so you can get a better close-up of them. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you as always.